Hello. Hello and welcome. And thank you for joining us on Thursday, because I know we've got into a routine of being on a Tuesday, but actually I couldn't make Tuesday, I'm sorry, due to personal circumstances. So thank you so much for joining us today. So today we are going to continue with our fractions work. I'm just turning the screen so we can get maximum board in. And we're going to really do some serious work on quarters. So let's have a look at our brain teaser first, and then I've got some exciting news to share with you. So let's have a look at our brain teaser, which has been up on the screen. So we are looking at quarters today. We've been looking at halves, and halves we seem to sort of be okay with, but when it comes to quarters, we seem to have a little bit of a struggle going on there. So I thought it would be a good idea if we spent a little bit more time doing some work on some quarters. So if you look on the screen, we've got some examples to show. And we can see that Alex and Jack are talking about quarters. Now, Alex says, my shape shows quarters because it has 4 equal parts. And Jack says, my shape shows 4 quarters because it has 4 parts. So what do you have to say about that? Are they both correct? Somebody tell me something about that. Are they both correct? So Alex has made her shape into 4 equal parts and Jack has made his into 4 parts. And they both say they've got quarters. So what do you think? What's your ideas? Do you think they're both correct? Do you think Alex has got something more useful to say? Do you think Jack is adding something extra? What do you think? So I'm having no, we don't think they're both correct. So can I have a little bit more detail? Can you tell me? Who do you think is not correct? Who do you think is not correct? Jack has no equal parts. Now, there is the magic word, isn't it? There is the magic word when we come to fractions. When we come to fractions, equal is the magic word. Let me just move the computer around so we can get more of this screen in. There we go. Now, equal is the magic word. So Jack has just done this, hasn't he? Yeah, he's just gone across the bottom. Yeah, that's the way he's done it. He's done that. Now, he's quite right. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if that was a cake, would the fraction please be coming along? Who's been here before? Who knows about the fraction please? Let me know. So we're saying they're not both correct, and now we're having answers saying Jack's got a bit of a problem here, a bit of a learning problem we need to help him with. Who's met the fraction please before? Who's new to our lessons and who has met the fraction please before? Let me know. Yes, you've met the fraction please before. And the fraction police, they come to check things are fair. Now, I have to say, the fraction police are on their way because they are not very impressed with Jack saying that this is equal. Because the fraction police know we have met them. That if this was a party and you sliced the cake up like this and you gave one friend this bit of cake and another friend this bit of cake, I think one of the friends would feel a little bit sad. So that's why the fraction police are here, just to make sure that everybody is treated equally, everybody is treated fairly. Okay, so thank you, fraction police, for reminding us about that. We always need to think about treating people equally and fairly. So no, fractions is no exception. But let's have a look at Alex's shape. I'll use a different color for Alex. So Alex said, I've made my shape in quarters. Did she do the diamond one? Yes, she did. Now, if we were at a party here, and let's have a look. Have we got friends? Oh, we have got some friends here. Our friends are all here, and they are ready to come to the party. Here they are. Here's our friends. They're all here, and they're ready to come to the party. Now, those friends would be very happy with a slice of cake because they know that the cake... Oops, we got 3 friends. Why can't you see the 4th one? Who's the 4th one? Oh, the 4th one's hiding, I think. Look, it's hiding down here. Hello. Those friends would all be very happy with a slice of cake because now it has been shared equally into 4 equal parts. So now we have 4 quarters. Okay, now we have 4 quarters. So the friends are all happy. Woo! The fraction police are happy. They don't have to issue any fraction orders. All is calm. Yeah, all is good. So well done, Alex. And we hope that Jack has learned a little bit about fractions now. So let's have a look at the other brain teasers. Use the squares to show less than a quarter shaded, exactly a quarter shaded, and more than a quarter shaded. So shall we Have you had a little think about this on some paper at home? Have you tried this already? It's quite hard for you to show me what you're doing at home in terms of shading. But if we draw, perhaps we draw Alex's shape back again. And she had hers in quarters, didn't she? We already agreed that Alex had put that in quarters. So what could be less than a quarter? Can you try and describe to me how I could shade less than a quarter on that shape? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. How could I shade less than a quarter on that shape? Can you try and put that into words to me? What could I do if I was going to shade less than a quarter? What could I do? How could I show less than a quarter on there? Have a go at trying to describe that to me. Have a go at trying to describe that to me. Shade half of a 1 box. Yeah, so shade half of a quarter, yeah? An eighth, well, that is exactly half of a quarter, isn't it? Now we're getting very technical. So I could look at one of these quarters and I could just shade less of it, couldn't I? So if I shaded less of it, if I actually divided that in half again, then I could do the very clever idea that we've had suggested. And I could shade 1/8. And that's 1/8 because you could have 8 equal parts that were that shape. So each of those parts would be 1/8. So I could just shade less than a quarter. Yeah, shade half a box. Exactly. Just shade less than a quarter. So that is for less than a quarter. Well, come on, help me out here. What would I need to do to shade exactly 1/4? For the next bit. Yeah, exactly. What would I need to do to shade a quarter? If I was going to shade a quarter, sorry, we've got to do more than 1/8 because that's only half of a quarter. Exactly. Just shade one of the whole of the quarter boxes. So there we are. Okay, I'm not going for a prize in shading because we want to move on quickly. So for shading a quarter, I would shade a quarter. It could be that one, that one, that one, or that one, because as they are quarters, they are all, that really important word, they are all equal. So it doesn't matter which of those quarters I shaded, they would be a quarter. Exactly. Fantastic thinking. You are awake today. Good. More than a quarter. More than a quarter. So there's a quarter. We want to shade more than a quarter. If that's a cake, I want more than a quarter of it. So where would the knife come down to cut? Where would the shaded mark be to judge more than a quarter? I want more than a quarter, please. It's a very small cake, so I'm not being greedy. The cake is like only this big. Like the cake is this big. Yeah. Look, there it is. The cake is only this big. Could I have more than a quarter, please? I'm not being greedy. Shade 0 box for more than a quarter. Sometimes I think your answers are getting mixed up with suggestions from before. So shade half a box for less than. What about more than a quarter? Shade 2 boxes, exactly, or 3. Or I could leave the quarter and then I could add another half of a box to be a quarter and 1/8. Which if we're feeling really clever, we can see is 3/8 because that's 1/8, that's 2/8, that's 3/8. So I could shade more than a. Some said, well, just shade 2 boxes, miss. Some said, well, actually, miss, if it's more than a quarter, you could shade 3 boxes. Or actually, miss, you know, why mess around? Have the whole thing. If you can have more than a quarter, then you could shade the whole thing, couldn't you? Yeah, you could shade the whole thing. Yeah, so more than a quarter gives you lots of different answers. It could be a quarter and a slither, little tip. It could be a half. It could be 3/4. It could be the whole thing. Yeah, it's giving you lots of options. So think big. So how are we feeling about quarters? Give me a score out of 10, where 10 out of 10 is like, oh, for goodness sake, I'm going to jump on the next lesson because I'm ready for loads more. And I've done loads of work for quarters and nothing you can throw at me will faze me. In which case, feel free to stay with us, but jump on the next lesson as well. 5 out of 10 means, okay, yeah, I know what quarters are. I get a little bit confused when I have to do sort of a quarter of a number. You know, tell me, where are you? How are you feeling on quarters? Give me a score, a confidence score. A confidence score out of 10. Okay, Right, 10 out of 10. I expect you to be really confident. And if you're not, it doesn't matter. You just say, I was feeling confident, but actually I realized there was a few more things. Quite happy, 8 out of 10. Okay. So remember, this lesson is aimed at work that you would normally do in year 1 and year 2. Okay, I'm going to do work that you would normally do in years 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 in the next lessons. So this lesson is for people who are in year 1 or year 2, and for people who think, now that I've got the chance, I would quite like to just go over halves and quarters again to really make sure my understanding is firm. Okay, so that's what this lesson is for. Great. Okay, thank you very much. So we are going to find some quarters of numbers. Okay, we are going to find some quarters of numbers. But just to see if your confidence level matches what the reality is, we're going to do a quiz. Okay, now the quiz is done. Nobody else sees your scores. So please, if you're at home and you're thinking, oh, you know, I'm a bit worried about doing the quiz, I don't want you to worry. Okay, I just want you to do the quiz, try your best, because only you see your scores. Okay, so we're going to do a quiz and then we're going to do some work on quartering. Now, before that, I said I had some exciting news to share with you. Do you remember that? Those of you who were here last week, do you remember me telling you what was going to happen this week? I said, oh, next week we're going to actually be, I wonder if you remember, I have been talking about it a few times. So old friends who've been here before might remember us talking, the app? Question mark. I think you may be correct about an app that we are launching. We have been in schools in the autumn term and the spring term. We went into 26 different schools throughout the country with an app, yeah, that was just at that time for year 4. It was a demonstration app. We called it a demo app, yeah, and we were testing that app to get feedback from pupils and staff and parents. Say, what do you think? What could make it better? What else would you like? And we went into those schools testing, and we have used all of those ideas to try and make the app better. Now the app has 6 different versions: year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6. Now the app is called, and I couldn't tell you because it was a secret, but I can now because it's on the Apple Store, and it will be on the Google Store very, very quickly. It is called Cosmico. And I'm going to show you, I can show you now because it's available. It's not available on Android yet, but it's going to be very soon. And I'm waiting for a message to come in today to tell me when that's going to be there. But it's already available for iOS. So you click on Cosmico. There's Bright Ideas. Oh, look, there's the app comes up. Can you hear it? Tap to start. Can my finger judge it? Oh, yeah. So let me just, I've got loads of users. I've been testing it in lots of different ways. So you can choose your avatar. So that avatar is me. Okay. And now I'm going to press. So it's called Control Center. And it says subject 1 is maths. We're going to do lots of subjects. Oh, look, it's loading. Control Center. Oh, my phone's shaking as the spaceship goes past. And in you go. Into the spaceship. And I'm going to stop there because I want you to download it yourself. Shush, don't talk. I don't want to give anything else away. So when you download Cosmico, it's free. Okay, at the moment it's free. It's free. And we, oh, look, shush. No, shush, stop talking. It's free. Okay, so that's what it looks like, the icon. Oops, Cosmico. Okay, it's free. So when you download the app, you have to put your name in. Okay, your parents will get an email. You put your name in. You'll put your parents' email in. Okay, and then you can start. It asks you for your year group, and you put the year group that you are in now, and then you start. So you have missions. So first of all, when you play, you have to play in story mode, and you have to go through all of the missions. Then you get a little assessment at the end, which tells our onboard intelligence system, Celeste, it tells Celeste where you are in your maths. And the next time you play, it either gets a bit harder, like, you know, challenges you a bit to keep you on top of your brain and keep your brain, Or it actually offers you some other things. If you're struggling a little bit, gets a little bit easier, offers you some videos to bring your thinking back up, okay? So get downloading, tell your friends. When you play it, put a review on. Please review, give us some messages, tell us if you want to video yourself playing it, you need your parents' permission, and you want to send us a video. Your parents have to do that. Remember, your parents or carers have to do that, of you playing it, of you giving us some feedback of what you think. We would love that. Just send it to our information email, the email that you get the links for the lessons from. But your parents and carers have to do that. You cannot do that. And please do not say on the video, oh, my name is Nikki, I live at, and I like the, do not give your name. You just say, I've played the game, this is what I think is good, da, 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 da. And then we get the video so that you cannot be identified. Do not say your name or where you're from on the video. Just say hello and tell us what you think. We would love to see it. Okay, go Cosmico. It's finally here. I've been going on about it enough. Now let's get back to our learning for today. So we are going to think about quarters and we're going to do that quiz. So let's get on with the quiz. So well done. Yeah, it is fun. It is great fun. We were in a school yesterday, actually, and we shared with some children in the school, in Croydon, Broadmead Primary, a lovely school. Thank you very much to Sarah Hunter, the head teacher there, and Sue Lenahan, the deputy, who made us feel very welcome. And the key worker children who were in school that day joined and played the game and gave us great feedback. So thank you very much to Broadmead Primary for all your help yesterday, because it's quite difficult to test a game when schools are not open properly. So they were really brilliant. Thank you. So let's have a look at our survey quiz for today. Our quiz. So let's get the first quiz up, year 1 and year 2. And off we go. So remember, at the top, you may need to just slide the box over with a picture of me in to get that thin grey line so that you can scroll down and get the next questions, okay? So let's have a look at the questions we've got. What is 1/4 of that amount? What is 1/4 of that amount? And then the next question, and then the next question, okay? And then go on to the next. Oh, voting's coming in very well. So remember what I say. Nobody can see your answer individually. So you do not need to worry about having a go at the quiz and thinking, oh, what if I get something wrong that everybody will know? They will not. Like I say as well, the real joy of doing these live lessons is if you are in year 5 or year 6, excuse me, and you think, oh, actually, I'd like to go back to basics in fractions. I'd like to have another look at it. You don't have to leave the classroom. You don't have to go with a teacher or a teaching assistant to have extra help. You don't have to worry about it. You can just join the earlier lessons and get that extra help while you're off school. Because I know it's difficult. Even those people who are going back to school and not back full time. I know schools do a great job in giving extra help. But sometimes we're rushed and there's not always the time we need to go back and look over the things that we need. So here you can just hop onto the earlier lessons for any of the subjects we're teaching and just go back to basics and have a look at things again to build that confidence up with your sort of more mature confidence. Okay, so how are we doing? Let's have a little look. Yep, so I've got the pictures on there. So remember, for 1/4, you are sharing into 4 equal groups. So what is 1/4? Okay, what is one of those 4 equal groups? Okay, what is one of those 4 equal groups? What is one of those 4 equal groups? So if you're going to put 12 into 4 equal groups, how many would be in each group? So let me just get those counters down here so we can see. Let me get those down because we'll go through this then together. Okay, so a little bit more time for voting. A little bit more time for voting. Okay. So we're just on the last one. Let's just see how many of you have voted. Okay. So think about 1/4. Okay, some people have answered that 1/4 of 12 is 6. That's 1/2 of 12, isn't it? That's if you put 12 into 2 equal groups. Okay, you're putting it into 4 equal groups. So if you shared by 4. So I'm going to get some friends to come to my house. Thank you, friends. Here you come. Yep, here you come. We're going to have our friends here so that when we're sharing into 4 equal groups, we can be really clear what we're doing. Okay, I am going to end. Okay, so just think about putting 12 into 4 equal groups. 4 watts are 12. 4 watts are 12. Well done. Somebody just had to rethink. They said 4 fours are 12, and then they realized, no, actually it's not 4. Okay, so 4 equal groups means that if you had 4 of those groups, they would add up to 12. Okay. Yeah, 4 threes are 12 exactly. So a quarter of 12 is 3, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's have a little look at closing the quiz, and then you will get your scores. Okay, you'll see how you did. So there we are. I'm going to share the results now so you can see how you did. How many out of 3 did you get in terms of answers? Did you answer all 3 questions? Did you get 100%, which means you got every question correct? Did you get every question correct? So let's stop sharing and let's have a look at what we have just done. So let's close that survey down. Let's get ourselves back to a big screen. Okay, so let's just have a look at what we just did on the quiz. Okay, there's Rexy, he's watching. So let's just make sure that our camera is going to be nice and focused, because sometimes the camera does not focus always. There, let's go up a bit and we'll get our camera a little bit different. There we are, that's better. Okay, so here are our friends. Here are our friends, okay? Here are our 4 friends. There they are. Okay, they all come to our party. And there were 4 of these counters. And we had to say, what is a quarter? So if you put 4 into 4 equal groups, a quarter of 4 is 1. There's 1 quarter, there's 2 quarters, there's 3 quarters, there's 4 quarters. So 1 quarter of 4 is 1. Then we had 8. Okay. Then we had 8. 4 watts are 8. If you put 8 into 4 equal groups, 1 for you, 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 1 for you. Well, 4 twos are 8. So a quarter of 8 is 2. A quarter of 8 is 2. So our friends would get 2 each. Our friends would get 2 each, because a quarter of 8 is 2. Okay. Then we had 12. A quarter of 12. Now 4 watts are 12. 4 watts are 12. Some people said 4 fours are 12. Well, actually, they're not. 4 fours are 16. Just trying to get a little bit more light in here. That's it. That's better. Okay. So we've got 12. So if you know 4 watts are 12, somebody very cleverly put out, well, 4 threes are 12. Okay, so let's have a little look. Let's check. 3 for you, 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 3 for you. There they are. Oops, a little bit wobbly over there. Still doesn't matter. 4 threes are 12. So 1 quarter of 12 is 3. 2 quarters of 12 are 6, or a half of 12. 3 quarters of 12 is 9. 4 quarters, or the whole thing, is 12. So 1 quarter of 12 is 3, because 4 threes are 12. Because 4 threes are 12. Okay, so thank you, friends. Very helpful. Let's move our counters. I'm going to keep you hanging around, if you don't mind, friendly friends, because we're working on quarters. I'll just move you down there. Actually, I've got to turn that paper over. So let's be clear about how we are using this language and how we are writing. Okay, let's just be clear. So I'm going to put some strawberries out. Okay, so here we are. 1, 2, there they are, strawberries. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would put real ones out, but they get very messy, and then I would be clearing up. And actually, I would eat them. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there we are. I have put 8 strawberries down. Okay, so let's just get my pen. So there are 8 strawberries. 8 strawberries. There are 8 strawberries. I'll just use the spare one over here. There are 8 strawberries. There are how many in each quarter? How many strawberries would there be in each quarter? So I'll put the strawberries there to fill in our blanks. So here's my 4 friends. They're going to help us with the quarters. Okay. So there are 8 strawberries. How many would there be in each quarter? Now 4 3s are 12. So person who put 3 down, think about it. So 2 strawberries for you, friend. 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 So there are 8 strawberries. There are 2 strawberries in each quarter. Yes, fraction, please. You may come over here. But actually, I think you'll be very happy with what you see. Okay, all the friends happy. Everybody being treated fairly. Off we go. Fraction, please. Just drive on past. They are more than happy to just keep going. Nothing to see here. Okay, so 1/4 of 8 is 2. Okay, so let's have another look. Let's try something else. Okay, we'll keep the strawberries. Keep the strawberries. Keep the strawberries. Keep the strawberries. Let's have a look. Friends, you stay there. I'm going to move the strawberries in the middle, and I'm going to add another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm adding another 8 strawberries. So now there are 16 strawberries. Double 8 is 16. So now there are 16 strawberries. How many strawberries would there be in each quarter? 4 watts are 16. If I share 16 equally between the 4 friends, how many are they going to get each? How many are they going to get each? If I share those strawberries out equally amongst the 3 friends, how many are they going to get each? Okay, so there are 16 strawberries. There are how many in each quarter? Now, some people are saying 4. So let's see. Okay, so you will be saying 4 4s are 16. Like there's 4 for you, little friend. Little friend down here, you can have 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, is that, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4 for you, little friend there. And little friend over here on the side. There we go, 4 for you. So 4 strawberries each. So 1/4 of 16 is 4. There are 4 in each quarter. So there are 16 strawberries. There are 4 in each quarter. Oh, here come the fraction, please. Watch out. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, they're just driving straight on by. Nothing to see here. All fair. Everybody being treated equally. Okay. So 1/4 of 16 is 4. Right, strawberries, thank you for your help. No, friends, I'd like you to stay. Oh, you'd like some cake now? Oh, okay, that's a fair question. Let's have a look at some cake then. We've got cake coming. We've got 1, 2, 3. Wow, these are nice cakes. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, on your head. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cakes. We have got 12 cakes. So let's have a little look. Put our cakes up here in our chart. There are 12 cakes. There are 12 cakes. There are how many cakes in each quarter? There are 12 cakes. How many cakes are in each quarter? So 4 watts are 12. 4 times what is 12? That's what we need to know to work this out. 4 watts are 12. 1/4 of 12. Now I'm having answers coming through, and we are saying there's 3. So let's see. Okay, little friend over here, we'll start on your side first of all, because you were last time. I don't want you to think that you always have to wait. So 3 for you. All right. Let's come down here, little friend. I'm going to give you 3 cakes as well. 3 cakes for you too. There we go. There's your 3. Oops, have a look over here. Hello, little friend in the corner. 1, 2, 3 cakes for you. Oh, and I've got 3 left. That's handy. 3 cakes for you over here. There we are. So each of my friends have got 3 cakes because we know that 4 3s are 12. So a quarter of 12 is 3. There are 3 cakes in each quarter. There are 12 cakes. There are 3 cakes in each quarter. Okay. A quarter of 12 is 3. A quarter of 12 is 3. Okay, thank you. Well, enough cakes now, I think. I think 3 cupcakes was quite enough, really. Yes, I know they are very delicious, aren't they? A lushy lush. Okay, let's put our cakes away. Let's put our cakes away. Okay, and we're going to see what else we've got. Let's have a little look. Okay, penny, 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 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There are 20 pennies. 20 pennies. 20 pennies. There are 20 pennies. How many pennies are in each quarter? Have I got another penny to put in the chart? No, I'm going to have to write. I don't have another penny to put in the chart. So how many is 1 quarter? So 1 piece. There are 20. 20, 20, 20. 20 pennies. So how many pennies will each of my friends get? So you are now thinking 4 watts are 20. 4 times what is 20? 4 times what is 20? 4 watts are 20. Okay, I'm having some answers coming in. People are saying, actually, 4 5s are 20, miss. Well, let's see. Let's give 5. Okay, you want to start me to start down there. I think that's reasonable. So 5 to you. 5 to little friend in the corner. We shouldn't always start with the same people, should we? Okay, 5 to little friend over here. Very patient little friends. We're waiting very bit. And that, yes. Oh, don't worry, you've got 5 left for you. There we are. So each of my friends has got 5 pennies because 4, upside down 5. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, so a quarter of 20 is 5 because 4 5s are 20. Okay, so that was a nice walkthrough of quarters and hopefully has got you feeling a bit more like 10 out of 10 if you were not already 10 out of 10. Okay, we've got some nice working out of quarters there and with the language, because sometimes you think, oh yeah, I knew that. I just didn't know that that's what was being asked of me. So let's just move our language chart out of the way. Okay, because we've done that bit now. Have a look at these jugs for me. Have a look at these jugs for me. Have a look at these for me. Which of these jugs do you think are a quarter full? Which of these containers do you think are 1 quarter full? Which of these containers are 1 quarter full? Which of these containers are 1 quarter full? Have a look at those. Which do you think are 1 quarter full? Type the answers in for me. Which are 1 quarter full? Let's have a look. A, B, C, D, E, F. Which ones do you think are a quarter full? One of them? All of them? Just A, just D? Which ones? Which of those containers are a quarter full? Which of those containers are a quarter full? Have a little look. So we have, I don't know, answers are coming in now. Answers are coming in. Answers are coming in, which are a quarter full. Okay. I think it's quite obvious to see which ones are not a quarter full. So use that, because there's no like numbers on there for you to exactly see and say, oh, I know that's a quarter of that number, so it must be. But look at the ones that obviously are not a quarter full. So lots of people are saying A, and I would agree with you. I think A looks about a quarter full, doesn't it? It looks like you could be able to put another 3 lots of that in to fill that jug up. I mean, B is full, isn't it? So that's not a quarter full, that's 4 quarters full. So we know it's not B. So we can say that we think that A looks like it's 1 quarter full, doesn't it? I would agree with that. I think A looks like it's 1 quarter full. Yeah. Well, B looks like it's full, doesn't it? B looks like it's full. Yeah, I would say B is quite full. Yeah. And C, yeah, I think C. What do we think C about C? Nobody said C is a quarter full. Well, exactly. D, and then we've got other suggestions, maybe F. I would agree. I think F looks a quarter full. I think F looks a quarter full. I mean, you know, we don't know exactly because we can't really tell for D. We couldn't say that's half because this part of the vase is bigger, but it's certainly not a quarter, is it? And this looks more like 3 quarters, and this looks more like 3 quarters. So A and F look a quarter full, don't they? A and F look a quarter full. So I would say, which of these are a quarter full? I would be saying A and F, like the ideas that came in. A and F. They look a quarter full, don't they? Have another look now and see. Because the others look much more than a quarter full, don't they? Remember, with fractions, we're always thinking about fairness, yeah? So if you were at a party and they said everybody can have a quarter and you were given this, you would think, okay, fair. But if your friend was given that much nice drink, I think you'd think, that's not a quarter. That looks like more than a quarter. And if another friend was given this one, you'd think, I think they're getting a bit more than a quarter. And so are they. And so are they. But actually, these 2 containers, that looks like about a quarter. Yeah? So have another look now to make sure that you're clear. Have another look to make sure you're clear, that you can see which ones look like they are a quarter full. Yeah? So now I'm going to ask you to look at some shapes and say, which of these shapes do you think is half shaded? So we did a little bit of this on the brain teaser. We did a little bit of this on the brain teaser. Which of these shapes do you think have got half shaded? Okay, so let's go through them one at a time. And you can say yes or no, because it gets a little bit difficult with the moderation to be fair to everybody. And we don't want the fraction piece coming along and having to have a word with us about not being fair. So do you think for A, do you think A has got half shaded? Do you think A has got half shaded? So have a look for A. Okay, that's it, Rexy, you show them for A. Do you think A has got half of its shape shaded? Do you think A has got half of its shape shaded? Yeah, so if we have a little look at A. So these have got half their squares, so those 2 shapes are equal. These have got half, and although this is shaded in a different way, that's 1 and that's 1. So if this was a cake, and I know I keep talking about cake, but if this was a cake, and I had all the shaded bits, and you had the unshaded bits, would that be fair? Would we have the same amount of cake? I agree. I think we would, because I would have 2 blue diamonds and you would have 2 white diamonds. I would have 1 blue square and you would have 1 blue square. So actually, we agree. A is got half shaded. Fraction, please. Drive on by. Nothing to see here. Drive on by. Let's have a look at B then. Let's have a look at B. What do we think about B? Oh, can we see the whole thing, please? Okay. Again, think cake. Think chocolate slab. Think something nice. Okay, are the pieces equal here? If I had the green bits and you had the white bits, would we have the same amount for B? Has that been shaded in half? Has that been shaded in half? Would we have the same? Well, the fraction police are going to help us out here. Come into inspect. They're driving straight on by. They agree. They agree. Okay, I've got 2 squares. You've got 2 squares. I've got 2 triangles. You've got 2 triangles. Yes, we agree. Let's have a look at shape C. Okay. I'll have the white pieces of cake. You can have the pink pieces of cake. I'll have the white pieces of cake. You can have the pink pieces of cake. I'll have the white pieces of cake. You can have the pink pieces of cake. Do we think that's fair? Oh, no, 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 no. The answers are coming in. No, 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 no. We do not think that's fair. Because look at the size of my pieces. I've got, I would say that's 3/4 of that square, wouldn't you? And I've got 3/4 there. And I've got 3/4 there. And I've got 3/4. So actually, if we put all of those bits together, they would probably make 1 square. So you get 1/4 and I get 3/4. Oh, lucky me. Oh, 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 oh. They are not stopping. They are getting out to inspect. Having a good look. Not happy. Not happy. No. Fraction, please say that is not fair and the party cannot continue until that is sorted out. You cannot hear me. Why is that? You cannot hear me. Okay, I'm still here and I think everybody else can. So just check you haven't knocked your volume off by accident. Okay, shape D. Is this fair? Is this fair? Is this fair? Is this fair? So I'm going to have the white icing and you're going to have the purple icing. Is that fair? Is that fair? Let's have a look. So I've got half a square there and you've got half a square. Okay, so that square is fair. I've got half a square, you've got half a square. That square is fair. I've got a triangle, you've got the same triangle. I've got a triangle, you've got the same triangle. I've got, you've got, I've got, you've got. Actually, yes. Whoop, fraction piece of come in. Woo, drive straight on by, drive straight on by. So yes, D, we agree, is equal. Oh, look, we've got a few more to do down here now. A few more to do down here. Let's have a look at E. Okay. You can have the green icing. I will have the white icing. Am I happy? Are you happy? If you get the green bits and I get the white icing, are we happy? Okay, it tastes the same, just coloured with coloured icing. Yes, I agree with you. Look, same squares, same triangles. Yep, we both get a half. Woo, driving straight on by. Okay, nearly at the end, nearly running out of time. Let's just do these last 2 squares, last 2 shapes. It's not squares, a circle. Okay. You get the white icing and I get the pink icing. That looks a bit more like red on your screen, I think. Okay, you get the white icing and I get the pinky red icing. Are we happy? do the fraction police need to plan an intervention to teach about halves? Or are we okay? Are they going to just drive straight back? Here they come. They're looking, oh, 4 equal segments and 4 equal segments. That's okay. Woo, driving straight by. F is fair. Last one, G. You get the white icing, I get the orange icing. Are we happy? Are we happy? Okay. Are we happy? Fraction piece are coming. Okay. All right. Having a note to me and saying be a bit more careful with my drawing because one of those segments looks a bit smaller, but you can see that actually it's just the purple line and the orange whole bit is the same. Okay. Right. So yes, yes, yes. Fraction piece are happy, but saying to me, just be a little bit more careful with those segment drawings. Okay, officer, thank you very much for your time and your advice. Off they go, fraction please. So we've got another fraction that is divided fairly. Okay. So well done, everybody. We've had a good look at fractions. We've had a good look at quarters. Next week, we're going to do some comparing of quarters and halves and a little bit more problem-solving work as well. So I just wanted to make sure you're okay with quarters. If you're fine and you're feeling very competent, you can stay on and join the next lesson. But some people were a little bit unclear and the quiz scores were not great last week where quarters are concerned. So thank you for joining us today. Remember, get on the App Store and I will let you know, and we will make sure we put in our social media as soon as it is available on Android. I'm Android, so I haven't got the proper version yet. I've got the last test version because I've not got an iPhone, I've got an Android phone. So I am like, come on guys, let's get this sorted. So brilliant. Thank you for joining us. Have a great week. Stay dry, stay safe, and I will see you next Tuesday. Okay, I'm glad you like fractions because I like fractions as well. I will see you next Tuesday next week, back to normal time, normal day. Okay, take care, and stay safe and stay dry and warm because it's cold and wet. Bye. Bye from Rexy. Bye. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.